So today I'm really excited for the video. We are going to be focusing on the best tips and tricks to instantly improve your SAT writing and language or your ACT English score. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so tip number one is that when we see three choices that have a transition word, like here A, B, and C, and one that does not have a transition word, we want to go ahead and pick the choice that does not have a transition word. So here we would opt for delete. On an ACT, it's the exact same thing. F, G, and H have transition words, so we want to pick choice J. And looking at yet another ACT example, we could see F, G, and H here have transition words, so choice J doesn't. That's going to be our answer. Tip number two, when all of the choices start with the same exact word, we want to pick the one that just has that word and no extra information. It's probably a sign that the other three choices, A, B, and C here, are repeating something. So we want to go with choice D for question 36. It's the exact same thing when it comes to an ACT. For 17, we can see that all of the choices begin with the word glowing, so I just want to go with option D. Exact same procedure for number 54. They all start with the word bark, so I just want to go with option J. Tip number three, cross out any answer choices that are grammatically equivalent. So in English, there are three main ways to separate two full sentences. The first option that we have is a period, should probably already be familiar. Second option is a semicolon, which looks like a dot and then a comma on the bottom. And then the third option is a comma paired with one of the fanboy's words. So I would definitely pause the video, screenshot it, commit what fanboy stands for to memory, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So when we look, for example, at question number 10, I can see automatically the choices A and B are the same because they both have the same wording, followed many, and they have equivalent forms of punctuation, a period, and a semicolon. Same thing follows for question 39. I can automatically knock out choices A and D, identical wording, degrees because, and identical punctuation, period, and semicolon. And finally, for question 21, I can eliminate choices A and C. A has a semicolon and C has a comma fanboy. So those two are equivalent. And many times you can even get really lucky. Like if you look at question 23 from this ACT, we can see the choices A, B, and C are all the same. A has a semicolon, B has a comma fanboys, and C has a period. So automatically for this question, the answer has to be D. And yes, these types of questions come up all the time. Tip number four, when you're presented with three choices that are not specific and one choice that is specific, we always want to go with the specific choice so the reader knows what we're talking about. So in this case, we would go with option D. Again, same exact procedure applies to the ACT as well. F, H, and J are all non-specific, so we want to go with option G. And for question 58, F, H, and J are all non-specific. So again, I would want to go for option G. Purely a coincidence that they're both G though, of course. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also remember to follow me on TikTok. I'll drop the handle right here. It's Test Prep Tips on TikTok.